Blessed love and royal greetings to the kings and queens out there. You see, in this world of illusion, confusion, and silent warfare, there comes a time when truth must be spoken, raw, uncut, and straight from the roots. I'm not here to entertain, I'm not here to sugarcoat. I'm here to deliver 5 divine truths, 5 things you must come to accept if you want to rise above Babylon, awaken your spirit, and walk righteous in this life. These are not opinions, these are spiritual laws, because while the world is busy chasing vanity and lies, Rasta stands firm, in truth, in love, in liberty. So if you're tired of the fake, tired of the system, tired of feeling lost in a world that doesn't care about your soul, then stay locked in. Because what I'm about to share might just change how you see everything. This is not just a message, it's a calling. Welcome to the reasoning, welcome to the light. Jah Rastafari live and reign, now and forever. Let's begin. 1. Babylon is real, and it runs deep. Babylon. When Rasta speak of Babylon, we not talking about no ancient city alone. Nah, Babylon is right here, all around you. Babylon is the modern system that keeps people blind, chained and sleeping. Babylon is the spiritual enemy, dressed up in suit and tie, hiding behind flashing screens and sweet-talking lies. You see, Babylon is not just one government or country. It's a global system of control, built on slavery, greed, war, and division. It lives in the news that misleads you, the school that miseducates you, the food that poisons you, and the jobs that drain your soul and leave you empty. Rasta say, Babylon run deep. It's in the way they tell you you're not enough unless you buy more, wear more, earn more. It's in the way they strip the people of their roots, their identity, and feed them culture with no soul. Babylon tells you to fear truth, to mock the spiritual ones, to forget Jah, to worship celebrities and big tech, to chase money and fame, but forget love and purpose. It make you believe that success means stepping on others, that peace can only come through violence, that you must follow the crowd or be left behind. But let I tell you this, Babylon is illusion. Babylon is fiction. Babylon is a trap. Once you open your third eye, once you tune into the frequency of righteousness, you start to see the chains. Chains not made of metal, but of media, fear, and false beliefs. The system don't want you to love yourself. It don't want you to unite. It don't want you to ask questions. It don't want you to rise, spiritually, economically, or consciously. Babylon thrives when you stay quiet, distracted, and spiritually weak. But when you wake up, when you truly see, Babylon start to shake. Babylon crumble. That's why Rasta don't follow their traditions, their politics, or their material game. Rasta live outside that. We live in truth, purpose, and divine alignment. Don't misunderstand. We not preaching hate. We not preaching destruction. We preaching awakening. We preaching conscious resistance. We saying, you don't have to sell your soul to live in this world. You can walk with Jah and still live full. So accept this first truth. Babylon is real. It's slick, it's subtle, and it's everywhere. But with overstanding, you can rise above it. You can break the chain with every conscious breath, every righteous word, every loving act. Jah say, come out of her, my people. That means come out of confusion, come out of oppression, come out of spiritual blindness. 2. We are all Africans at root. My brethren and sistren, before we can truly walk free in this world, before we can break the chains of Babylon, there is a vital truth you must come to accept. No matter where you were born, no matter your skin tone or language, deep in your spirit and your blood, you carry the roots of Africa. This is not just a poetic saying. It is a spiritual fact, a scientific truth, and a historical reality. Africa is the origin of all humanity. From the rivers of the Nile to the vast savannas, Africa gave birth to life itself. It is the cradle of civilization, the land where culture, language, and spirit were first born. Yet Babylon has worked hard to disconnect us from this truth. From slavery to colonization, from forced conversion to distorted education, the system tried to make us forget our heritage, to make us feel ashamed of our color and our culture. But the lion's roar cannot be silenced forever. The lion's pride cannot be hidden behind chains and lies. Rastafari teach us to know thyself, and knowing yourself begins with knowing your roots. Haile Selassie Behu, the King of Kings and Lion of Judah, reminded us, until the philosophy which holds one race superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned, until there are no longer first-class and second-class citizens of any nation. His words call us to unity and equality, but more importantly, to self-awareness. Africa is not just a place on the map, it is the spiritual home for all mankind, the source of resilience, creativity, and divinity. The soil of Ethiopia is sacred Zion, a symbol of freedom and divine kingship, a reminder that power, dignity, and justice belong to the oppressed, the marginalized, and the forgotten. To accept your African roots is to reclaim your true identity, to see yourself as a divine creation, not a victim of history. When Babylon taught you to hate your skin, to despise your hair, to reject your culture, it tried to steal your soul. But Rasta says, you are royalty. You are a child of the Most High. Your hair, the dreadlocks, are the crown you wear with pride. Your skin is the color of kings and queens. Your spirit is unbreakable like the lion's mane. This is not about race in the way Babylon sees it. It is about spiritual connection and self-respect. When you accept your African roots, you also accept the struggle and the triumph of your ancestors. You walk with their strength, their wisdom, and their hope. It is a source of power, pride, and purpose. But this acceptance also calls for action, to uplift your people, to fight against oppression, and to spread love and truth. Because freedom is not just a dream, it is a responsibility. When we stand firm in our roots, united as one people, no force on earth can divide us. The Lion of Judah roars loudest when we are connected to our land, our history, and each other. So don't be fooled by Babylon's lies. Don't deny your origin or your destiny. You are African at root, no matter where you call home. Accept it, embrace it, live it. The future belongs to those who remember where they come from and walk forward with pride and purpose. Jah guide and protect. 3. Jah lives within, not just above. Now let me reason with you about a truth that many struggle to understand, the divine presence we call Jah. Some think Jah is far away, a distant god, sitting high above the clouds, watching and judging us from the sky. But Rastafari teaches us something much deeper. Jah is not some distant figure. Jah is within you, within me, and within every living thing. Jah is not just above, Jah is inside. This is the essence of the Rasta understanding, the sacred truth that Jah is I and I. That means Jah lives in our hearts, in our minds, in the very breath we breathe. Jah is the spirit that connects all life, the divine spark that shines in every man and woman. When you recognize Jah inside yourself, you realize you are a temple of the Most High. You are not separate from God. You are a walking manifestation of divine power. This understanding frees us from the need for priests, temples, or rituals to reach Jah. Jah is not trapped by religion or human rules. Jah is accessible through reason, meditation, and love. It is through looking inward, quieting the noise of Babylon, that we find Jah's presence most clearly. When you walk in truth and righteousness, you feel Jah moving through you. When you speak words of love, when you stand firm in justice, when you protect the weak, that is Jah flowing in your actions. Jah is the life force in the roots of the trees, the rhythm in the drums, the fire in your spirit. This is why Rastafari encourages living in harmony with nature and with each other. Because when you honor Jah inside you and inside the earth, you walk a righteous path. To accept this truth means to stop seeing God as other, something outside or far away. It means to see yourself as divine, worthy, and connected. And this realization changes everything. It changes how you treat yourself with respect, kindness, and self-love. It changes how you treat others with compassion, understanding, and unity. It changes how you face the trials of life with faith, courage, and hope. So remember, Jah is not just a name for a distant deity. Jah is the heartbeat within you. Jah is the light in your eyes. Jah is the fire that never dies. This is the foundation of Rastafari spirituality, an inner revolution that frees your soul from fear and division. When you truly accept that Jah lives within, you begin to live as a free person, free from guilt, free from shame, free from the chains of Babylon's false gods. This is the power of Jah Rastafari, a power that can never be stolen or destroyed. So embrace Jah within, nurture Jah within. Let Jah guide every step you take. Jah say, I am that I am, and that I am is alive in every one of us. Walk in that truth, my brethren and sistren, and you will never walk alone. 4. Nature is sacred, Ital is life. Now let us reason on the sacredness of nature, a truth that is central to the Rastafari way of life. Babylon teaches us to dominate and exploit the earth, to see it as something to own, to consume, to pollute without care. But Rastafari know the earth is not a commodity. It is a living, breathing creation of Jah, and it demands respect. The rivers, the trees, the soil, the animals, they are all part of one great sacred family, one divine whole. To harm nature is to harm ourselves because we are deeply connected. The earth nourishes us. It is our mother and our home. This is why the Rastafari way embraces Ital living, a way of life that honors natural purity and rejects the artificial poisons of Babylon. Ital is more than just food. It is a philosophy, a spiritual practice, a daily commitment to live in harmony with Jah's creation. Ital food is clean, natural, and free from chemicals, additives, and violence. It comes from the earth, from the water, from the sun, pure and wholesome. When you eat Ital, you nurture your body and your spirit. You fuel your liberty, your life energy, with what Jah intended. But Ital is not just what you eat, it is how you live. It means walking lightly on the earth, protecting the forests, the rivers, and the animals. It means respecting all life, from the smallest insect to the tallest tree. And it means embracing the sacred herb, the ganja, which Babylon calls a drug, but we know as a holy sacrament, a healing plant that opens the mind and brings you closer to Jah. Ganja helps us meditate, reason, and see through the illusions of Babylon. It is a gift from Jah to clear the mind and connect with the spirit. The earth, the plants, the animals, they all carry Jah's spirit. To pollute or destroy them is to reject Jah himself. Babylon exploits the earth for profit, leaving destruction and sickness in its wake. The pollution of the air, the poisoning of the food, the loss of forests, all symptoms of a system out of balance. But Rastafari live differently. We understand that our own health depends on the health of the earth. To heal ourselves, We must heal the planet. This is why we strive to live simply, to reduce waste, to plant trees, to protect the waters. Because Ital is life, pure, natural, sacred life. And when you live Ital, you walk in rhythm with Jah's creation. You find peace not in material wealth, but in the beauty of a sunrise, the song of a bird, the taste of fresh fruit from the tree. Accept this truth: nature is sacred. Your body is sacred. The food you eat, the air you breathe, the water you drink, all these things are gifts from Jah to sustain your life and your spirit. Protect them, cherish them, live in harmony with them. When Babylon tries to separate you from nature, to alienate you with fast food, toxic chemicals, and concrete jungles, remember this: you belong to the earth, and the earth belongs to Jah. To live Rastafari is to live Ital, a life of purity, love, and respect for all creation. So let your life be a testimony to Jah's glory in nature, one love for the earth, one love for all life. Lastly, 5. Not everyone will overstand. And that's okay. Now, my family, here's a truth that may sting a little, but you must accept it if you want to stay firm in your trod. Not everyone will overstand, and that's okay. The moment you begin to awaken, when your eyes open and your soul starts walking a righteous path, you'll find that not everyone walks with you. Some will mock your dreadlocks. Some will call you a fool for rejecting Babylon's riches. Some will say, Yah is not real. People may laugh at your Ital lifestyle. They may look at your love for Africa and say, what's the point? Some will even say you're lost, not realizing you've found more than they ever will in Babylon's illusion. But hear this clearly, my brethren and sistren. You were not made to fit in with Babylon. You were not made to follow the crowd. You were born to walk the narrow path, the Zion way. Truth is not for the many. It is for the seekers, the chosen, the ones with ears to hear and hearts ready to rise. So when you feel alone on your journey, don't lose heart. Even the prophets stood alone. Even the Messiah was rejected. But like a tree planted by the rivers of water, the righteous shall not be moved. Stand firm in the truth. Walk strong with Yah. Live bold in your liberty. You don't need everyone to understand you. You only need Jah to guide you. Accept this final truth. The path of righteousness is not always crowded, but it is always blessed. You may lose friends, but you will gain peace, power, and purpose. And most importantly, you will gain your freedom. So, if this message reach your soul, if your heart feel the vibration of truth and your mind start to awaken, then this is your calling. This is the Zion way, a movement, a family, a journey back to truth. We're not here to go viral. We're here to go vital, to revive the spirit, to reconnect you to Jah, to nature, and to your true self. So subscribe now and walk with us on this path of righteousness. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a reasoning. Because what's coming next? We're diving deeper into Ital food and clean living reasoning on the teachings of Haile Selassie. Stories of African royalty and roots. Real talk on how to break free from mental slavery and spiritual upliftment straight from the source. This is just the beginning. Every week, the Zion Way brings you wisdom, roots, culture, and guidance to help you walk free from Babylon and live in divine alignment. So if you feel lost, if you seek truth, if you know there must be more to life, stay tuned. Your journey is sacred. Your presence is needed. You are not alone. The Most High walks with you, and so do we. This is the way of the lion. This is the path of Zion. This is the Zion way. One love, one aim, one destiny. Jah Rastafari, ever living, ever faithful, ever sure. The Zion way. Subscribe, rise, reason. Repeat.